Hi guys, not a good day today really. Depends what way you look at it to begin with. Overall it's not been a good day, which I'll fill you all in, but the beginning could either, if you're quite a negative person, it could be taken negatively, and if you're a positive person it can be taken positively. It depends which way you want to look at it. I for one want to see it as a good thing, because put on top of everything else that's gone on today, yeah, it would just end up crushing us, because it's just been one of them soul-destroying days. Nothing to pinpoint really, but it's things that could easily managed if they happened individually, but when they're all sort of piled on top of you in one day, it's quite, it just gets on top of you a little bit. But that's okay. Tomorrow's a different day. But so this morning we thought we'd try and get Charlie to do some painting. Using his cards, obviously we showed, we're doing work now, Charlie, and showed him the paint bottle and whatever. Not thinking, we didn't think he'd like it at all at first, because he's that used to at home being free flow, in which he did not like it one bit. He screamed and shouted and kicked, and we were on the brink of a meltdown, not just a tantrum. We sort of pulled him out of it sort of last minute. We were just going on the floor ready to kick, and it was quite a drama this morning. But if you want to look at it on the positive side of that, Charlie knew that we were expecting something of him. He knew he had to sit down and do something, and he's understood that, and he showed us he's understood that by having a tantrum and a meltdown or whatever. So that's the positive spin on it. But we really want to do this because overall this will work in Charlie's favour. The reason he gets so frustrated on weekends is because yes, Charlie does like doing what he's doing to a degree, but Charlie craves structure. He thrives on it. That's how he likes his day to be. So eventually down the line, when he's used to maybe doing some painting and whatever on a weekend, it will help him because it'll put a structure into his day. But while initially, now that we're just starting to ask things of him on a weekend, he's not happy about it because he's not used to it, and that's just changing things up. And sort of, we made him sit at the table for 5 minutes. He wasn't at all happy about that, but it's a means to an end, because it will help him. I know it'll help him. I know Charlie inside out, obviously, and I know this will help him eventually. It's just grin and bearing through the unhappiness of it all, while we're trying to get him into that mindset. So on a plus note, he did really well at lunchtime again with his cards and whatever else. So yeah, we are on positive things. It's just a culmination of no sleep virtually and various different aspects. Not important, it would just bore you, but yeah, it's just been one of them days where things sort of piled on top. Poppy's still not 100%, so even though she's not necessarily been sick and whatever else, even though she's not doing that, she's still feeling quite lethargic to a degree, and she's still getting easily offended by things, so she's pretty much screaming for the slightest thing, whereas other times, when she's feeling herself, she'll just shrug it off. So yeah, I can't pretend that today's been an amazing day, because it really, really hasn't. But tomorrow is a different day, and yes, hopefully we could occupy the kids a little bit, maybe this afternoon if it keeps warm. We'll maybe try a little walk to the park or something. Might occupy them a little bit, but just the moods that the pair of them in right now, along with other stuff, it just piles on top of you a little bit, and then put lack of sleep into the equation, and it's just been one of them days. Oh, right, rant over. I say on a positive note, Charlie's done really, really well with his dinner cards. We're starting to, we're doing this paint stuff because we don't want him to, just be glued to the telly or just be glued to a toy all day or whatever. That's just, I just think it'll really help him in the long run. So hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, I will be saying how amazing it's done and whatever else. But yes, I'll leave it there, guys, because I don't want to bring you down anymore. I know it's a very depressing vlog, but unfortunately sometimes they're like that, so But yes, the clip's on the end as always, guys. And yes, thanks for watching, take care, and let silent words be heard.